down there. devices, the commissioning ceremony will begin momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Slotchie, Commander, Air Force ROTC Detachment 915, I want to welcome you to the commissioning ceremony at West Virginia University. I am Cadet Benjamin Weiler, and I will be today's narrator. You will be prompted several times to stand during the ceremony, and you are also free to take as many pictures as desired of the commissionees present. If you haven't done so already, please take this time and silence your electronic devices once again. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of the colors and the invocation given by Cadet Andrew Heil. Color Guard, present the colors.
Hold. Face. Present. Arms.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a moment of prayer or silent reflection. Dear God, we thank you for allowing us to gather together this afternoon to celebrate with our friends and loved ones. We are grateful for our health and the many blessings you give to us in our lives. Let us not forget how fortunate we are to live in a free country, and we pray for the decisions of our country's leadership. Give us patience in times of stress and strength in times of hardship. We ask especially that you watch over our troops around the world who serve to keep the freedom we often take for granted. Watch over our troops' safety and keep your guiding presence in our daily lives. In your name, we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Cadet Heil. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. I'm pleased to welcome our honored guests and Air Force ROTC Detachment 915 staff members. Please hold your applause until the end. Captain Joseph Bromley, United States Navy. Captain James Sirk, United States Navy, retired. Colonel Pete Yingling, United States Air Force, retired. Chief Master Sergeant Jeremy Remley, United States Air Force. Chief Master Sergeant Les Morris, United States Air Force, retired. Chief Master Sergeant Scott Hartman, United States Air Force, retired. Our guest speaker and former Det 915 Commander, Colonel John Scott, United States Air Force, retired. The Commander, Air Force ROTC Detachment 915, Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Slotchy. Captain Lance Capral. Captain Russell Bowman. Technical Sergeant Jeremy Sandlin. Staff Sergeant Jared Carpenter. And Miss Devin Milam. Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Slotchy.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. It's an honor to welcome you all here today to the commissioning ceremony. One thing I want to start off with is this is a ceremony for this group over here, right? And for you in the audience. A lot of times you come to a military ceremony and you're so worried about the tradition and the formalities that you forget what the ceremony's about, right? So everybody's gonna relax at the ceremony. We're gonna take pictures. You're gonna cheer when you want to cheer. You're gonna have a good time, all right? So we're gonna start off breaking the tradition just a little bit. So we are Det 915, the Blackbirds, right? And usually after every event we do a Blackbird cheer, we'll call it, a chant. Well, we're gonna start off with that today, okay? So I'm gonna go to the stage, I'm gonna say, birds on 5, 915. At that point, you guys are all gonna yell out, birds. Everybody got it? All right. Get everybody loosened up a little bit, enjoy ourselves. We're gonna say, birds on 5, 915, birds! You guys. Maybe we'll try that at the end one more time. But for real though, I want everybody to have a good time here, celebrate the accomplishments of our soon-to-be lieutenants, and just relax. If you want to get pictures and we're moving too fast, raise your hand and say pause, right? This is the Det 915 family here, and we're here to celebrate the accomplishments over here. So first off, to the distinguished guests, the family, the friends, the peers, the mentors, anybody that supported this group right here through their ROTC journey, thank you for that support, right? Thank you for helping them through the ups and downs of college and ROTC. To our cadets, we're not going to say that too many more times today, right? Today you shed the rank, you shed the title of cadet. But you take on the new responsibility of leading our airmen and our guardians, right? It's a beginning of a new chapter, a challenging one, but I have full confidence that you are ready. So before we raise our right hands and do the first salutes, I'm pleased to introduce our guest speaker. He's the former Det 915 commander. He's a former B-1 pilot, but he's still a Buckeye fan. Sorry, man. Please welcome retired Colonel John Scott.
Today I'm a Buccaneer, so always a Mountaineer as well. Thanks, Lieutenant Colonel Slotchy. What a great intro, and if any of you wants to heckle me during this, that's okay as well. We're gonna have fun. Distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, family, friends, cadets, and most importantly, today's commissionees. Thank you all for welcoming me back and being here today. Great job to the cadets and cadre that put this together. Well done. I do want to specifically thank the commissionees for inviting me back. It's truly an honor to be here, and I was overwhelmed with gratitude when you asked me to be back, and to Lieutenant Colonel Slotchy, who graciously approved me coming back so soon. And it is truly an honor to be back here in Mountaineer Land. You know, I've heard many guest speakers at these commissioning ceremonies say, you're not going to remember the speech or who gives the speech. And that is I can't remember the person that mine that gave the speech, so, and I don't remember what they said. And that's most likely to be true, but hopefully you can remember the 2 years that we had together. And if you don't remember anything else, remember back at PT when I schooled you in basketball and I taught you the skills and how long that this hour-and-a-half speech is going to last. No, in all seriousness, today marks an incredible milestone in your lives. You're about to take the oath of office and become members of the United States Air and Space Forces. As you stand here today, I can imagine their feelings of excitement, pride, and anticipation, and you must be experiencing those, because I know I experienced them, and I know many of us have experienced those. I also know that these feelings are mixed with a sense of responsibility and commitment to the ideals of service that you are about to represent. I commend you, as less than 1% of Americans have ever served their country in this capacity. You are about to embark on an incredible journey that will test your courage, intelligence, dedication to duty, as well as you're about to accept a tremendous charge. You are the guardians of our nation's air and space, responsible for defending our country against all threats in order to help secure the blessings of liberty for all citizens in this great nation. And you're doing this, and you're going to accomplish this as a commissioned officer, which you might not realize it. I know you had a class on this, but it's a really big deal. There's tremendous authority, accountability, and responsibility. I mentioned in the curriculum, I think we still teach it, but we have a class on the Constitution and what it means to serve, and it's my favorite. It was by far my favorite class to teach. So I think it's worth repeating. I know you've learned this before, but I think it's repeating and discussing because of the magnitude of this solemn vow of duty that you're about to take. So your commissioning is granted to you under the authority of the President of the United States, and it has to be approved by the U.S. Congress. And it's done in this way to hold the military and its leaders accountable to the people. You have a responsibility to lead lawfully and morally, and follow lawfully and morally. And you're going to have to be prepared to be accountable in doing so. You can never forget this. This is why we hold our core values so sacred. Integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. These values are not just words on a page. They are the foundation of our service, and they will guide you throughout your careers. If you ever find that internally you're thinking about this, maybe you're thinking about telling yourself that, hey, the job that I'm about to do, I'm above this job, or I didn't sign up for this, or I have a college degree, why am I doing this job? Or you're overwhelmed with thoughts of promotions or self-recognition. Because I can tell you this can happen to the best of officers. Try to go back and remember the sacred responsibility you have to the service to this nation. And know that you are part of a proud tradition that stretches back to the earliest days of the Republic. I have no doubt that you will carry on that tradition with honor, courage, and commitment. The world we live in is constantly changing, and the challenges we face are complex and evolving. As Air and Space Force officers, you must be prepared to adapt to those changing circumstances and to always be ready to defend our nation and its interests, wherever and whenever they are threatened. Thus far, your training and preparation, it's been rigorous, and you have earned the right to be called Air and Space Force officers, but your education cannot end here. you're LT, right? Learning time, right? That's your chance. The challenges you face in the coming years will demand that you constantly strive to improve your skills and knowledge, and to be leaders who inspire others to achieve their best. All right, with that, I know I've probably scared you to death, and you're already there. But I'm here to tell you today that you have what it takes. I've seen it firsthand. Lieutenant Colonel Slotchy's seen it firsthand. For all the family and friends in the room, I commend you for helping mold these tremendous young men and women into who they are and who we've seen here. I've seen what they can do all the way back to their sophomore, junior years. You've demonstrated resilience, humility, intellect. I mean, they're a lot smarter than I was or am. Initiative, integrity, and a tenacious just get after it, get to work spirit. I've personally observed on numerous occasions where you persevered through adversity, whether it be the POC selection process, academic rigors, physical rigors, rebuilding the Arnold Air Society chapter, and even personal tragedy and hardships. Each time, I've seen you get back up, brush off, and just keep running. I've seen tremendous initiative and excellence through multiple projects. From the first FTX exercise plan that I saw, which was, I was amazed. And then the perfect execution of a training plan, as many of you were debt wing leadership. I got to hear you talk about your plan and brief me, and I was amazed by your professionalism. And you've done all this while maintaining academic excellence. A lot of engineers in there, which is, and a lot of other just very difficult degrees. And it's just been amazing. So not only are we celebrating commissioning, but also your success in academics today. I've seen you volunteer for various leadership positions over and over and over, stepping out of your comfort zone with a relentless pursuit. I've seen your character and I've seen your heart. I know you have what it takes. You have a combat warrior mentality, and you're ready for this next step. You've inspired me. I know you've inspired the cadre. So, enjoy the journey. Remember, when the I have to's creep in, I have to do this, change that mentality right away and say, I get to do this. Remember why you serve. Be humble, be credible, be leaders, and do your best. Every one of us here everyone in this room, we're so incredibly proud of you and cannot wait to see how you shape our air and space forces. In conclusion, I want to congratulate each and every one of you on your commissioning today as officers in the United States Air and Space Force. You have worked incredibly hard to get to this point, and you should be proud of your accomplishments. But I urge you to embrace this tremendous opportunity and lead and serve with honor. Congratulations. Welcome to the Department of the Air Force family. Our nation is in great hands. God bless.
Thank you, Colonel Scott. Today we are here to honor the hard work and tremendous achievements of our senior cadets as they transition from cadet to second lieutenant. As commissioned officers, they will become leaders, managers, problem solvers, and planners who lead our airmen and guardians in all situations. The Officer Corps comprises less than 20% of all active duty Air and Space Force personnel. The program and path to their current point have been both strenuous and competitive. Each cadet has put in over 1,500 hours of academics, physical training, and leadership scenarios. not to include the countless hours dedicated to the cadet wing positions they have held over the years. This is 1,500 hours more than the typical WVU student earning the same degree, and is a feat that deserves a round of applause. We will now begin the commissioning of the class of 2025. The President of the United States, acting upon the recommendation of the Secretary of the Air Force, has placed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, integrity, and abilities of these cadets. In view of these special qualities and their demonstrated potential to serve, they will now be commissioned as second lieutenants in the United States Air or Space Force. Each cadet will recite the oath of office administered by their selected individual, then have their ranks pinned on by their selected guests and receive their first salute. Cadets and guests may enter the stage from my left, your right, and then exit the stage from my right and your left. Again, please feel free to take pictures as much as you want. To start, Cadet Zachary Bromley is a political science major and will enter the United States Space Force to attend the officer training course. Cadet Bromley will be sworn in by Captain Joseph Bromley, United States Navy.
I, Zachary Bromley, have been appointed a second lieutenant in the Space Force.
Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the Space Force,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to support and defend
to support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same,
and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will,
and that I will,
well and faithfully,
well and faithfully,
execute the duties
execute the duties
of the office of which I'm about to enter.
of the office of which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Bromley will have his bars pinned on by his brother, Logan Bromley, his mother, Lisa Bromley, and his fiancée, Shelby Nesbitt. Lieutenant Bromley's first salute will be given by Technical Sergeant Jeremy Sandlin. Next, Cadet Thomas Cow is a cybersecurity major and will enter the United States Space Force to attend the officer training course. Cadet Cow will be sworn in by Captain Lance Capel.
I state your full name. I, Thomas Cow, having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
that I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
the duties upon the office upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Cow will have his bars pinned on by his brother, Connor Cow, his mother, Jennifer Cow, and his father, Con Cow. Lieutenant Cow's first salute will be given by Corporal Ronald Nedley, United States Army, retired. Next, Cadet Luke Farnsworth is a civil engineering major with an Air Force specialty of civil engineer officer. Cadet Farnsworth will be sworn in by Captain Russell Bowman.
All right, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Luke Farnsworth,
Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Farnsworth will have his bars pinned on by his wife, Olivia Groves, his mother, Sherry Farnsworth, and his father, Mark Farnsworth. Farnsworth's first salute will be given by Staff Sergeant Jared Carpenter. Next, Cadet Alexander Gwynn is an aerospace engineering major with an Air Force specialty of intelligence officer. Cadet Gwynn will be sworn in by Captain Russell Bowman.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Alexander Gwynn,
Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Gwynn will have his bars pinned on by his father, Matt Gwynn, his grandfather, Ron Gwynn, his grandfather, C.R. Kent, his fiancee, Jaslyn Skeen, and his mother, Lynn Fox. Lieutenant Gwynn will have his first salute given by Airman First Class Matt Gwynn. Next, Cadet Christian Hartman is an industrial engineering major with an Air Force specialty of general engineer officer. Lieutenant Hartman will be sworn in by First Lieutenant Josh Hemus, United States Air Force.
I state your full name.
I, Christian Jacob Hartman,
Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
discharge the duties of the office of which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Hartman will have his bars pinned on by his mother, Kelly Riggs, his bonus mother, Michelle Hartman, and his sister, Alyssa Sakona. Lieutenant Hartman will have his first salute given by his father, Chief Master Sergeant Scott Hartman, United States Air Force, retired. Next, Cadet Connor LaBombard is an economics major and will enter the United States Space Force to attend the officer training course. Cadet LaBombard will be sworn in by Captain Russell Bowman.
Ready? Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Connor LaBombard,
Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant LaBombard will have his bars pinned on by his father, Brian LaBombard, his mother, Kelly LaBombard, his sister, Emma LaBombard, his sister, Addie LaBombard, and his brother, Matthew LaBombard. for jumping the gun there, Lieutenant LeBombard. Lieutenant LeBombard will have his first salute given by Staff Sergeant Jared Carpenter. Next, Cadet Jared Lewandowski is a finance major with an Air Force specialty of pilot. Cadet Lewandowski will be sworn in by Captain Russell Bowman.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Jared Lewandowski,
Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
have been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Lewandowski will have his bars pinned on by his father, John Lewandowski, and his mother, Julie Lewandowski. Lieutenant Lewandowski will have his first salute given by Staff Sergeant Jared Carpenter. Next, Cadet Nathan Lilly is an industrial engineering major with an Air Force specialty of intelligence officer. Cadet Lilly will be sworn in by Captain Jonathan Hazel.
Right hand, repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Nathan Lilly,
Having been appointed second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office
of the office
on which I'm about to enter.
upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
Help me God.
his father, Jim Lilly, and his mother, Karen Lilly. Lieutenant Lilly will have his first salute given by his father. Next, Cadet Keely Lisco is a Parks and Recreation major with an Air Force specialty of Logistics Readiness Officer. Cadet Lisco will be sworn in by Captain Holly Lisco.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. I, Keely Grace Lisco, having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God.
Lieutenant Lisco will have her bars pinned on by her father, John Lisco, her mother, Cheryl Lisco, her sister, Captain Holly Lisco, and her sister, Delaney Lisco. Lieutenant Lisco will have her first salute given by Specialist 5th Class Randy Pitstick, United States Army. Next, Cadet Meredith Mulch is a criminology major with an Air Force specialty of security forces officer. Cadet Mulch will be sworn in by Lieutenant Colonel Tammy Tricon, United States Air Force, retired.
I state your name. I, Meredith Mulch, having been appointed as Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
Having been appointed as Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
that I take this
obligation,
freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Mulch will have her bars pinned on by her father, Mike Mulch, and her mother, Hillary Mulch. Lieutenant Mulch will have her first salute given by Specialist 5th Class Charles Mulch, United States Army, retired. Next, Cadet Nathan Palillo is a history major with an Air Force specialty of munitions and missile maintenance officer. Cadet Palillo will be sworn in by Captain Russell Bowman.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name.
I, Nathan Palillo,
Having been appointed as Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed as Second Lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties
discharge the duties
of the office upon which I'm about to enter.
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Palillo will have his bars pinned on by his father, Albert Palillo, his mother, Gina Ackley, and his sister, Alexis Palillo. his first salute given by Specialist Deacon Chapman, United States Army. Next, Cadet Spencer Putnam is an aerospace engineering major with an Air Force specialty of aircraft maintenance officer. Cadet Putnam will be sworn in by Second Lieutenant Nanishka Quinez Perez, United States Air Force.
I, Spencer Putnam, having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God.
Lieutenant Putnam will have her bars pinned on by her father, Scott Putnam, her mother, Cheryl Putnam, and her sister, Sydney Putnam. Lieutenant Putnam will have her first salute given by Staff Sergeant Jared Carpenter. Next, Cadet Landon Riggleman is a business administration major with an Air Force specialty of combat systems officer. Cadet Riggleman will be sworn in by Second Lieutenant Braden Pauley, United States Air Force.
I state your full name.
I, Landon Riggleman,
Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I take this obligation freely,
that I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
of the office upon which I am about to enter.
of the office of which I am about to enter. So help me God.
Lieutenant Riggleman will have his bars pinned on by his mother, Sarah Riggleman, and his father, Mike Riggleman. Lieutenant Riggleman will have his first salute given by Chief Master Sergeant Les Morris, United States Air Force, retired. Next, Cadet Madeline Yingling is an environmental soil and water science major with an Air Force specialty of logistics readiness officer. Cadet Yingling will be sworn in by her grandfather, Colonel Pete Yingling, United States Air Force, retired.
Madeline Yingling,
Having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
having been appointed a second lieutenant in the United States Air Force,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and that I take this obligation freely,
and take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservation
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge
for I will well and faithfully discharge
the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter.
the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Lieutenant Yingling will have her bars pinned on by her mother, Lieutenant Colonel Nicole Yingling, Air National Guard, her father, Lieutenant Colonel Jeff Yingling, United States Air Force, retired, and her brother, Adam Yingling.
Get me.
Lieutenant Yingling will have her first salute given by Staff Sergeant Jared Carpenter. this time, Lieutenant Colonel Slotchy would like to award each new lieutenant with their commissioning certificates, along with the Airman's Coin to signify their transition from cadet training to airman. This is a tradition that is common for all airmen in the United States Air Force. Lieutenants, please come forward.
All right, let's give a round of applause.
Lieutenant Colonel Slotchy, any final words for our brand new lieutenants?
I got better than words. I got an award to give and presents to give out. All right? So we're going to start with the award. So this award is the Air Force ROTC Distinguished Graduate Award. This is the only award that you get during ROTC that carries on into your Air Force career. This award goes on your Air Force record and stays there for the entirety of your career. Our Air Force ROTC Distinguished Graduate is Luke Farnsworth. Now we got some presents to give out. So yeah, if you start bringing them forward, please. Real quick while they bring these forward for our new lieutenants. We spent about probably a good 20 minutes of a staff meeting as cadre deciding what the best gift to give was. We knew we wanted to give a gift to everyone, but we had a hard time deciding. There's a lot of funny lieutenant stuff out there, but when we saw this one, we decided this is something you could use from day one. Go ahead and open them. See what you got. Almost every officer has one, so welcome to the crowd. Welcome to the group there. All right. So real quick, I want to thank everybody for coming. This was awesome. This is what makes this job as a cadre member all worth it right here. This is really cool. To our new lieutenants, everyone in this room, we are super proud of you. Your family, your friends, your mentors, cadre, prior cadre. This is awesome. We're so proud of where you're at today, but we're even more excited to see what you will become as you lead the Airmen and Guardians out in the next chapter and represent Det 915. Before I get off stage, we're going to try the Blackboard chant one more time, all right? Everybody in the audience, we're going to do it, all right? I'm going to say birds on 5, 915, and you're going to yell, all right? We're going to do it one more time.
We got it this time.
All right. All right. Birds on 5, 9, 1, 5. Birds! Lieutenants, congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes this morning's ceremony. Please stand for the singing of the Space Force song, followed by the singing of the Air Force song. You'll find the lyrics to the Air Force song in your programs if you would like to sing along. However, you will not find the lyrics to the Space Force song. So, I encourage anyone who knows the lyrics by heart to sing very loud. Afterward, please feel free to offer your congratulations, take photos, and join us for some refreshments outside in the Vandalia Lounge. Thank you. Congratulations, commissioning class of 2025.